What's going on, everybody? It's your Main Man Drutube, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and of course, Druuill Nation. Let's get right into it. You're what the game's been missing. There's no one that matches your level of finesse. You got skills. You are what the game's been missing. There's nobody out there that can match your level of finesse. You've got skills. You may have thought that your skill set wasn't good enough. You may have thought that you might not have been bright enough, maybe not intelligent enough, maybe not good enough. All those are the types of thoughts that will hold you back. Don't you realize you're what the game's been missing? Don't you realize that you have more strengths than weaknesses? Don't you realize that there's more good things about you than bad things? Don't you realize that you can make anything come into existence that you want? Dreams, realities, lifestyles. You can make whatever you want out of yourself. You can create whatever you want in this life for you. You've got skills. You may not be aware of those skills. You may doubt those skills. You may think they don't exist, but I'm here to tell you right here and right now, you watching this video, those skills are there. They might be lying dormant. You might not have explored them. You might not have tested them out. You might not have got your hands dirty yet. But guess what? You're what the game's been missing. It's time. It's time for you to act out on all those thoughts. It's time for you to act out on those ideas you've been holding back. Don't you realize you're what the game's been missing? Don't you realize you got skills? There's no one that matches your level. You got to realize that. Everyone's on their own level. Everybody's got their own level. You've got your own level. They can't match you because it's you. They can't do it like you. There are a million people right now doing the same thing that you want to do. But guess what? It's only one you. You got to leave your mark. You got to show everybody else that you've got what it takes. You got to show them that you're important too. You're worth something too. You've got skills too. You got a skill set because you've got a mindset. If you got a mindset, you got a skill set. You have to develop your mindset to believe in yourself, to believe in your skill set. That's all. Develop your mindset. Believe in yourself. Know that your skills can create for you just like they've created for other people with their own skill set. Somebody just like you, right where you are, doing the same thing you're doing, looking at their dream, looking at their life, thinking about what they want to do with themselves and their life and how they want to live. And they just made a decision. They just took it upon themselves to act out on that goal. They just told themselves, today's the day. They said, you know what? Today's the day. I'm not holding back. I'm done giving up. I'm done not working on what I need to be working on. I'm done not thinking that this is something that I can do. I'm done listening to what they say. I'm done not believing in myself. I'm what the game's been missing. I have something to offer, even if it's not the best. I still have something to offer, even if it sounds off. I still have something to offer, even if they all turn me down. I still have something to offer, even if no one likes it. I still have something to offer. They may try to stop me. They may try to get in the way. I still have something to offer. They may have said, you're not good enough. You got to come back next year. You got to come back next week. Try again. Sorry, try again. Sorry, try again. You still got something to offer. You still got skills. There's still no one that matches your level. No matter what level you're on, you have potential. You have the potential to get to the level you need to be at. Everybody was once in a position to where all they had was their potential. All they had was the idea of where they wanted to go. And that's why no one can reach your level. What you see for yourself, only you know. Only you see it. Only you can get there. That's what your skills are for. You've got some skills. If you don't think you do, you do. I'm telling you, you've got some skills. You need to hone your craft. You need to develop what it is you want to do. Develop your talent. Work on it. And see yourself being able to get better at it. Just because it's not what you want it to be, it doesn't mean you suck. Just because it's not what you want it to be, it doesn't mean you're not talented. You're not gifted. May not be as talented or as gifted as someone else. But what does that mean? All you have to do is develop yourself. What does that mean? It doesn't mean you're terrible. It doesn't mean you're never going to be good. It doesn't mean you don't have anything to offer. You hear the train, we're on track. If you can hear the train, there's a train going by right now, we're on track. And you got to be one track minded when it comes to your goals. You're not letting anything knock you off track. You're not going to let anything or anyone finesse you, the main finesser, out of what they want to become in life. You got to finesse this thing. When you got to finesse yourself, you may not believe you can do it anyway. You may not think you're good at it. Do it anyway. You may not think you got what it takes. Do it anyway. You're what the game's been missing. There's somebody out there right now wishing that they could do what you could do, even at the level that you're at. There's someone out there looking at you. Wow, I wish I had that life. Wow, I wish I could do what she did. If I was her, I'd be doing all these things. If I was him, I would be doing all of these things. There's somebody out there right now who wish they has what you have. You got something and you got to use it. You got to make the best out of it. You got to take your situation, no matter what level of skill set you have some skills and you need to make the best out of them. You may need to turn up on them. You may need to invest in some courses, invest in some books, invest in a coach, invest in someone to teach you or to show you or so you can learn how to do it. You got to invest in yourself. But I'm telling you, you're what the game's been missing. Wait till you figure that out. Just wait. What do you think is going to happen when you actually learn how to do it? When you take that passion that you have for it, when you take that drive that you have for it, and you add that to knowledge, you add that to the understanding of how to do it, the proper way of how to do something, you're already unstoppable by believing in yourself. When you can get to the level of believing in yourself, you're 75% of the way there. Other 25% is learning how to do it, figuring out how to do it. The part that a lot of people fail at because it sucks. You gotta get through that part, the sucky part, the part where you have to learn. You gotta put in time to do what you want to do and learn what you want to do and study what you want to do because you haven't quite figured it out yet. That's the growing pains. That's the hurt. Once you get through that stage, those skills that you once had that were underdeveloped, that were small, that weren't that big, that weren't that good, that weren't that great, you won't be knocking people out the water. You won't be knocking people's socks off. They're going to be choosing you. They're going to be picking you. You're going to be the first one in line. You're not going to be the one that gets turned back anymore. We need her. We need him. You're going to be an asset and not a liability. You want to hone your craft and you want to hone your skills so that they become an asset for you and everybody else. And that's why you're what the game's been missing. All you need to be is developed. You could develop a mindset. You can make yourself better. You could up your game. But you got skills. I'm here to tell you, you've got skills. There's something you can do that you need to be believing in right now. There's something that you can do. That you need to have hope for a better tomorrow. There's something that you can do. Stop looking at life so gloomy and so sad and thinking that nothing's going to work out for you and thinking that you have nothing to offer and everybody else can do it except for you and it's meant for all of them and not me. Don't think like that. That's a terrible way to look at life. Everybody else can do it, but I can't. We all feel like that sometimes, but you got to kill that spirit. You got to crush that spirit. There's no room for that in a mind of a winner like you at all, because you're what the game's been missing. They need you. Somebody needs you. You need you. You can't give up. There's somebody in the world right now looking up to you. There's someone in the world right now that needs you to do what you were put here to do so you can inspire them to do what they were put here to do. Like Tupac said, I may not be the one, but you got to spark the mind. Don't you want to spark some minds out there? Somebody out there that was created by God is waiting on you. Somebody else who was created by God. It's a chain of events. Don't you want to have a positive impact in somebody's life? What if you never do what you were supposed to do and now that person never does what they're supposed to do? What if? You got to look at it like that. You owe it to the creator. You owe it to the universe. You owe it to being alive. You're alive. You got to do something with your life. You're what the game's been missing. Somebody needs you. Someone needs you. Someone needs your level of skill. Someone needs your level of talent. Somebody needs the finessed version of you, the you that finessed you to believe in yourself even when you didn't think you can do it. You got to finesse this thing. Everybody has self-doubt. Everybody deals with worry. Everybody deals with having low self-esteem. You got to finesse this thing. You got to pick yourself up and do things when you don't feel like it. Even when you don't think it's possible, you got to keep going and push yourself. Even when you don't see results, you're angry, you're frustrated, you're upset. Things aren't looking how you want them to look. Things aren't going how you want them to go. You still got to keep it moving. You still have to show it yourself and prove it to yourself that you were put here for a reason. If you give up, you're basically giving up on life. When you give up on your dream, you give up on life, and you give up on thinking that you were put here for a reason. That's how people slip into depression. That's how people slip into a negative mind state. That's how people end up being miserable, hating themselves, hating their life, and hating everything in sight. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all watching this video. I'm here to tell you right now, you are what the game has been missing. I'm driving it on home. Some people, oh, well, you have to. You have to drive things like this on home. This is positive, repetitive reinforcement. Somebody needs this. Just how I'm delivering it, just how I'm doing it, just how I'm saying it without any changes or thinking it needs to be better than it is. Somebody needs me to do this right now exactly how I'm doing it. Don't try to change up what I'm doing. Somebody needs it exactly how I'm delivering it, how I'm doing it. Somebody needs it like this exactly right here and right now in this moment in time and space. Somebody needs this. And just like somebody needs to hear these words that I'm saying right now and right here, somebody needs you to do what you need to do. Just like you're listening to me, somebody's supposed to be experiencing what you have to offer, what you have to give, what it is that you do. Somebody needs that. You might think you have no value, but I'm here to tell you, you have more value than you could ever imagine. You're better than you could ever imagine. You're the best thing since sliced bread. You're the best thing since pants with pockets. You are incredible. You need to figure it out what it is that you're supposed to be doing, and you have to find some people to serve. You want a better lifestyle? Find some people to serve. You want to be a millionaire? Find 1 million people to serve. We can't be selfish. You want God to bless you? Who can you bless? How can you bless them right here and right now with what you already have? We ask for more. We want more without even making use totally of what we got. How's that work? Make that make sense. It don't. You got to use what you already got and make the best out of it. And that will be a key to unlock a door of opportunity for more for you. When you are making use of what you already got, the universe will open up doors for you. Because you're pushing through. You're telling life that I'm not going to stop until something happens for me. I'm not going to quit until I get what I want. I'm going to keep going until I get to where I want and it's in my hand and I get to enjoy it and I get to put my hands up and say, thank you, God, I made it. I did it. You're not going to stop until you get to put your hands up in the air and say, I did it. I didn't let none of that stop me. You know how great of a feeling that's going to be? I got all that out the way. I didn't let none of that stop me. I ran over all that. I moved over all that. I pushed it all to the side. I got it all out the way. I wasn't what I wanted to be, but I created the person that I needed to be. Working on my mind, telling myself positive things, working on things, believing in myself when I really didn't think it was possible. Still went after it. You know that the level of enjoyment you're going to have, you're going to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and be proud of who you are. You know how many people are dying for that feeling right now? You know how many people are depressed, suppressed, upset because they're not living that life right now? When they look in the mirror, when they get up, when they throughout the day, when they see themselves, they're disappointed because they don't have that feeling. Everybody wants that feeling of being able to put their hands up in the air and say, I did it. They told me I couldn't do it. I told me I couldn't do it. Life was kind of telling me I couldn't do it, but I did it anyway. They didn't let me go from here. This went wrong. That didn't go right. Everything was looking bad. I still did it. I dug deep. I looked within myself and I said, you know what? I'm not letting this go. I got to make this happen, and I made it happen. I took control of my life. I took charge in my life. I didn't let nothing hold me back. You know how good that's going to feel when you reach your destination. When you get to sleep in that bed, in that nice home, with that nice car parked out front. You know you deserve those things. Stop acting like you don't. You know you deserve a better life. You may have a better life right now. You even deserve something more and greater than that. If you're still breathing, you still got to take it to a new height. I don't care if you already made it. Make something else. You owe it to yourself to do the very best that you can. You owe it to the world. You owe it to your life. You owe it to God. You owe it to the people around you who are inspired by you to do your very best. All right, you never know who that might be. It might be one person, might be 1 million people, might be 5 people, might be 500 people. It doesn't matter how many people it is. You have something to offer. You got some skills. If you have skills, that means you're blessed. We all got skills. We're all blessed. We need to be doing something with our blessing that's going to allow us to be a blessing to somebody else. We got the gift of life. What are you wasting it for? You can't waste it. Not saying that you are, but you shouldn't. Watching this channel, I know you're not wasting your life. I know you're not letting days go by. You watching this channel, I know you're doing something with yourself. Because you're what the game's been missing. No one matches your level of finesse. When things got hard, you did it hard. When the tough got going, you got going. You said, you know what, hey, I have nothing else to do. My back's against the wall. Even if you put your own back against the wall by taking a risk, this is all I got. I can't do anything else. This is it. You on your Michael Jackson. This is it. You're bringing a death to an old reality. This is it. This is it for that old lifestyle. This is it for thinking that I can't do it. This is it for thinking I'm not going to be successful. This is it for thinking that I'm not going to make it. This is it for thinking that I can't do it. This is it for thinking I'll never be what I want to be. I'm killing that mindset. That mindset is dead. That's it. I'm done with it. Kaput, finito. It's finished. I'll never think like that about myself again. Because I know I'm what the game's been missing. You know you're what the game's been missing. I know I got skills. You know you got some skills. Why aren't you using them? You should. And a person should be ashamed of themselves if you know you're sitting on a talent, thinking about a dream. How dare you sit on a talent that you have that nobody else can do? Somebody would wish they had the ability and the skill and the creativity and the courage to do it, but you're just sitting on it. Just sitting on it, not doing nothing with it. That if someone is doing that, they should be highly upset with themselves and ashamed of themselves. How dare you let something get in the way of you believing in yourself? How dare you not think that you can do something? All the things you went through, all the things you overcame, you gonna actually intake a negative thought? You're going to let a thought beat you. You're going to let a thought beat you out of all you've been through, out of everything you experienced, out of all you had to overcome, out of all your achievements and goals and things like that. Even the smaller ones, they were stepping stones for the bigger ones. You going to let a thought beat you? Something didn't go right. Somebody turned you down. Somebody broke your heart. Somebody broke up with you. Somebody left you behind. Somebody didn't want you. Somebody told you no. You don't let those things get in the way. That's just life. There are things that happen in life. Girl doesn't want you. Guy doesn't want you. Job doesn't want you. People acting weird around you. Supposed to be close to you. They acting far away from you. Oh, well, that's life. You're still what the game's been missing, and you still got those skills. It's up to you to get through all that and do something with it. Life's not going nowhere. But the wonderful thing is, life's not going anywhere. But the thing is, if you don't work on your skills, they will go somewhere. Life's not going anywhere. That dream of yours, it's not going anywhere. But every day that goes by and you don't work on yourself, your skills are going somewhere. Your level of talent is going somewhere. Your creativity is going somewhere. That energy is just fleeting from you. That energy is leaving you. All that drive, that passion is leaving you. You're going to want to do something with that. You will be mad if you waste your time. You will be mad if you continue to let days go by. You will be mad if you continue to not do anything with your blessing. Everybody's got one. We all got one. We're all put here for a reason. Start living like it. Start acting like it. Start speaking like it. Start dreaming like it. Start thinking like it. You're put here for something. You're put here to do something. You're not just here to just get dressed and eat and go to sleep and go to work and talk on the phone and all this other crap. You're here for a reason. You got to figure out what that is, and you got to start going after it. Like it means something to you. You got to act like life means something to you. Can't just be out here not taking life serious like everybody else. That's what they do. They're playing around. That's what they do. They're not serious about life. Let them not be serious about life. They may not have skills like you. They may not be able to match your level of finesse. You got to get serious, and you got to make a commitment to yourself. You got to make a commitment. I told myself I was going to do this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make sure that I put the amount of time, effort, and energy into this, because if I don't, it's not going to happen. I'll end up not becoming what I want to become. I can't live a life where I don't become what I want to become. I can't. It'll eat you alive each and every day. You got to do it. You don't want that dream. You don't want your drive to go away, and you don't want your dream to eat at you each and every day because you didn't. All because you didn't take the time. All because you didn't want to do the things you didn't feel like doing. You let a thought defeat you. You let not wanting to do what you didn't want to do defeat you. You let laziness defeat you. How you get to where you want to get, how you get to the life you want, is by doing all the things you don't feel like doing. You got to do something that you don't feel like doing. You don't feel like reading. You don't feel like writing. You don't feel like painting. You don't feel like learning some new hairstyles. You don't feel like learning them new nail styles. You don't feel like learning how to sew a different style, make some new clothes. You feel that what you do is good enough. Well, how come it's not gotten you where you're at? Sometimes you got to learn something different. Sometimes you got to pick up a new trade. Sometimes you got to develop what you have and put a different spin on it. Not to say you don't know what to do. Sometimes you just got to improve certain things. You have to learn those extra things. Times change. That's all I'm saying. You're probably real great at what you do, but times change, things are different, and you may have to switch things up. You may feel like you know enough. You may have to learn a little something different. You may have to do a little something different. But whatever you're doing, you still got skills. No one's able to match your level of finesse, and you're what the game's been missing. Are you out here? You are out here to do something uniquely and divinely only you can do. And you got to make that happen. Otherwise, what are you doing? I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash that like button. Smash that share button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.